I've never seen anybody do this before. To my knowledge, this is a new challenge. I'm going to, boop, oh no, come back. Breathe in some helium and try to tell you the entire plot of a Disney princess movie in the amount of time that my voice is still high and squeaky. I don't know how long your voice stays high and squeaky. We're gonna try it. I'm going to breathe in some helium. I don't think I've ever done that before, so I'm a little bit scared because I'm scared of everything. Okay, so balloons, which one of you do we want? Is it working?
No.
Okay, so Maleficent was really mad that she wasn't invited to the party, so she cast a spell on Sleeping Beauty. So she had to go live with the fairies so that she didn't prick her finger on a spinning wheel. She winds up going off anyway, right before her 16th birthday. She should have just waited, but anyway, so she pricks her finger on the spinning wheel, and then Prince Philip has to come kill a dragon, and finds Sleeping Beauty, and he kisses her even though she's asleep, which is a little bit weird, even though they didn't really know her that well. And so when he kisses her, she wakes up, and they live happily ever after, the end. And I think I'm still, oh, wow. I did that like right in time. That worked. I used almost the entire balloon. Anna and Elsa were really little and they were playing together and they really do want to build a snowman, but then she accidentally hit her in the head and turned a piece of her hair white. And then so she was locked up all the time and she was like, conceal, don't feel, don't let him in, lots of gloves and stuff. And so then one day it was Coronation Day. Yay, Coronation Day! Elsa accidentally froze everything because Anna wanted to marry Hans, and so Anna had to go run around and try and find Elsa, and then she accidentally hit her in the heart, and so she's a frozen heart, and she's the only thing that she can do is find the act of true love. But then Hans actually doesn't really like her at all. He's actually a big jerk, and she wants to punch him in the face later. Anna saves Elsa when Hans goes to kill Elsa, and Elsa brings back Summer. I kind of forgot to mention the fact that Elsa accidentally froze anything, I think. I might not be able to get through a whole movie with just a little bit that's in here. We'll do a little bit of Let It Go. Snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I tried. Let it go, I'm one with the wind and sky.
There wasn't a whole lot in there. Now we're gonna try another balloon.
Ariel really wanted to be part of that world way up there. She kept staring at Eric, which was a little bit creepy because of the busy statue of him. Her dad definitely did not want to be part of that world. So Ursula wanted to basically take over the ocean, so she gave Ariel legs in exchange for her voice. She had to get Prince Eric to kiss her in 3 days. They have a great time and almost kiss, but then Flotsam and Jetsam pushed him in the water, and Prince Eric loves her anyway, and then wanted to save in a day and getting rid of Ursula. Then Ariel's dad sees she actually really likes being human. He uses his magic trident to give her legs, and then everybody's happy. Oh, okay, I basically got it. Huh.
I'm curious when I watch this back to see what really important parts of the story I'm missing.
Cinderella lives with her two evil stepsisters and her evil stepmother. They're really mean to her, make her clean all the time, which is not very nice. And they basically kind of make her a slave because her dad died and they were like gold diggers. So there's a ball and the princess gets a big ball. She makes her dress with the help of the mice, but then the stepsisters ruin it. So the fairy godmother gives her a beautiful blue dress. She goes to the ball and the prince dances with her, but then she has to go back before midnight, otherwise everything turns into a pumpkin. She left her shoe when she was dancing. The prince grabs the shoe and tries to go find everybody who has feet and puts a shoe on the feet because she has really little feet like me. And yay, it fits!
And then she's a princess. Do we think this is enough to do another song? Oh my goodness, I don't know the best song to do. I don't know if I know the words. I'm gonna read them.
Cinderella, Cinderella, night and day, it's Cinderella. Make the fire, fix the breakfast, wash the dishes, do the laundry, do the mopping. And the sweeping and the dusting. They always keep her hopping. She goes round and round in circles and she's really, really dizzy.
That might have been one of my favorite little moments. We're down to 2 balloons.
It was a dark and still army night, and then there was the evil prince. He was really mean. He let the lady out in the cold, even though she wanted some shelter. So basically, she turned him into a beast. So Belle, she's really sad because she's in her village and everyone thinks she's weird. She goes off in the forest to find her father after he gets attacked by wolves. But then she finds him locked up in the tower. So she trades her place with her father. She falls in love with the beast, even though he's like capturing her and keeping her held hostage, which is a little bit creepy. But then Gaston, so tried to look up her father, and so she's trying to go rescue her father, and then they're like, yay, kill the beast, and that's the big mob, and then so there's this big fight and all this stuff, and like Gaston's like trying to fight the beast, and the beast trying to fight Gaston, and Gaston like gives a cheap shot, and then the beast is dying, but Belle loves him, so that breaks the spell, and they live happily ever after. So the Huns start invading China, which is really bad because all the people don't want to be invaded that are in China, but so they need an army, and so all of the firstborn sons are supposed to go, but Mulan's like an only child, and she's a girl, so she can't really go, but she sneakily trades the place of her father so he doesn't die, because he's already fought in the war, and another war. She's like in really big trouble because she got to pretend to be a man. The ancestors send Mushu to help, and she's like, oh, there's all this like training, I'll make a man out of you.
Let's get down to business.
And she winds up like saving them in this avalanche thing, but then find out she's a girl because she has boobs. They send her away, but then the Huns are gonna like sneaky attack, but she finds out, oh, they all dress up like girls instead of her dressing up like a boy, and they go sneak in and save the emperor and save China and defeat the Huns. Oh, and the grandma wants him to stay forever, and she just wanted him to stay for dinner. But the evil queen, she's really mad because she's not the fairest one, because the mirror told her that Snow White's actually the fairest one, so she sends the huntsmen to go kill Snow White while she's like out wishing my wealth and stuff. And so Snow White goes running into the forest, and then she winds up living with these 7 dwarfs who have lots of emotional names. She kind of like acts like their mom and like cleans up after them. The witch finds out she's still alive, so she comes after her dressed as an old woman and tries to give her an apple. But the apple, when she eats it, makes her like fall asleep, and like she's kind of like dead. So the prince finds her like in a coffin in the woods and decides to kiss her, which is a little creepy, but then she wakes up when she kisses them, and then they live happily ever after the end.
Maybe we can do a song from Rapunzel with what's left in here.
I've got a dream, I just want to see the floating lanterns gleam, and with every passing hour, I'm so glad I left my tower. We don't deep inside, I've got a dream. 7 a.m. the usual morning lineup. Start on the chores and sweep till the floor is all clean. Polish and wax, do laundry and mop and shine up. Sweep again, and by then it's like 7:15, and so I'll read a book.
My voice is already kind of high and squeaky, so I'm like, where does the helium end and my voice begin? I'm not really sure. With our one last lone balloon.
When Rapunzel's mom was pregnant with Rapunzel and she was about to have Rapunzel, she was gonna die, and so they gave her this magical flower to make her better. But apparently the magic from the flower somehow like seeped into Rapunzel, and so then Rapunzel is like all like magical hair and stuff. So Mother Gothel steals her because she wants to be young forever, and that's what she was using the flower to do. So now she's got to steal Rapunzel to do it. So Mother Gothel keeps Rapunzel up in a tower forever, but she always sees lanterns on her birthday, and she wants to go see the lanterns until one day Flynn Rider breaks into her tower and she hits him in the head with a frying pan. And they're like, yay, we're gonna go on an adventure and go find all the floating lanterns. She goes out into the world and she's like, yay, best day ever. And then they have a great time and they're like, yay, love and stuff. And then Mother Gothel like tricks them, and then we're like back up in her tower. Then Rapunzel realizes, oh my goodness, I'm the lost princess of Krona. Then she's sad and stuff, and then like Flynn comes to, and then Mother Gothel kills Flynn, Eugene. She's like, oh no. So with her magical tears heal him, and then they go kind of live happily ever after this. Then there's the series. Oh, but her hair got chopped short. I forgot to mention that. So Tiana, when she's really little, her dad teaches her to make gumbo, and she's like an amazing cook. So her dream is to open a super fancy, amazing, wonderful restaurant, like the best restaurant ever. And so she works super hard all the time, so she can raise enough money and save enough money to buy the place to open her restaurant. She finally gets enough money to do it, but then she kisses a frog who turns out to be Prince Naveen, and they both are frogs for a long time, and they fall in love, but there's this bad guy and a whole bunch of other stuff, but mostly I just remember them being frogs. Basically, to break the spell, he has to kiss a princess, and I thought that Charlotte was gonna be the princess, but she wasn't the princess. But the frogs get married when they kiss. Then, because Naveen is a prince, that makes Tiana a princess, and so they'll be human again. And then she gets to open up her restaurant finally. And then Charlotte's kind of a creeper and thinks that she's gonna marry his little brother, who's like 5.
That was an interesting interpretation of that one. We have enough for another story.
Moana's been staring at the edge of the water as long as she can remember, never really knowing why. One day, Moana's grandma shows her, hey look, you guys are voyagers, like a long time ago, your ancestors and stuff. So she's like, oh my goodness, that's amazing. But the heart of Te Fiti needs to go back to Tefiti, otherwise Tefiti's gonna be evil and the island is gonna die. That's really bad. You get on the island dying. Grandmother's also dying, which is really bad and sad. So Moana boards her boat and she goes across the ocean to find Maui, who stole the heart, to tell him, I am Moana Matanui, we're gonna board my boat and restore the heart to Tefiti. They keep going and there's like evil like coconuts, and then hey it's like bobbing around and stuff, and then there's the shiny, and then he almost dies, and he like gets a chip in his hook.
My memory card filled up right in the middle of that, so I'm gonna get a little bit more and finish the story and maybe see if I can throw in some song at the end.
Okay, so they're still in the ocean, and then her grandma comes and like speaks to her, and she's a stingray. Then she realizes later that Tefiti is Teika, and so she gives the heart to Teika, and then yay, everybody's saved, and she even fixes a little hook. She goes back to her island, and she's like, hey guys, we're voyagers, we can voyage again because the heart is back to Tefiti. Like I saved the day, and I'm Moana, and then come voyagers, and they're like, voyaging. I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why.
Okay, that like shifted halfway through. Yay! So we did it. You guys are, to my knowledge, the first one I know who have done the timed Helium Princess Story Challenge that I kind of made up. There are even more things we could do using Helium voice. Tell me what things you want to do. We could do a sing-along Q&As, and I could have to keep answering the question until I run out of Helium voice. So many ideas, but I bet you guys have even more. So tell me what your ideas are down below. Also, if it's your first time here, welcome to the Queendom, where we know that life is what you make it. You should subscribe and join us. What is the most amazing, magical, phenomenal life you can possibly imagine? That is what I want you to make. That's what the Queendom's all about. We're here making our dreams happen, writing that fairy tale. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Still, no, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. You guys, I'm gonna try and inhale a bunch, but I also don't want to pass out on the floor. Is it working? It's not really working that much. My voice is already so high and squeaky.